Welcome back to the Breaking Barriers podcast. We got Joe.
Xavier. My bad.
My boy. And then
Dorian.
my boy. So today we have a guest that needs no introduction. If you on the Buffalo music scene, you know Drumwork, my man, Mr. OJ Barker. How you feeling today?
I'm good, man. How your fellas feeling, man?
Good.
Man, I'm
Doing
just excited to be here. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. It's a beautiful thing y'all got going.
For sure. So, like, for people who don't know, who are you? Because we know, but you know what I'm saying?
I am OJ Barker. Think OJ. That's the. I'm Weeze's brother first and foremost. You know what I mean?
For sure.
But just Buffalo kid. You know what I'm saying? Buffalo kid. Do a lot of things. You know, from event promotion to music management to hosting to community service, stuff like that. Everything.
Who do you manage?
Right now, I manage Conway the Machine and Jay Skis.
Jeez.
Both Conway the Machine and Jay Skis.
What is that like?
It's real. It's real. It's really busy. It's nonstop, especially for Conway. It's, you know what's crazy? It's like two different sides of it. I've been managing Skis, for years since way back when Skis. I ain't even gonna say when he first started rapping, but that's my brother. Skis is my brother.
Right.
So it's kind of like it's like you get to see both sides of it because I'm managing Skis, who is like an artist that's coming up, is his on his path to stardom at the
Real
time.
hungry.
You know what I'm saying? Hungry. Been hungry though. Like if you know Skis, been hungry. Been hungry, been one of the illest. You know what I mean? But it's just beautiful to see him now. Shout out to him being heard, with Con, and on the other side with Conway, somebody who's already established, who also is still growing, as an artist, but it's world renowned. Everybody know him and stuff like that. So, I get a lot more contacts and a lot more inquiries about him than Skis as of right now, but the plan is to get everybody to the top.
Yeah, nah, for sure. I watched.
And I not even just say just them, the whole Drumwork label, you know what I'm saying? I'm tapped in with, but like day to day is Skis and Conway.
Yeah, for sure. I watched the bootleg Kev freestyle over the Drake. Was it D&D? Right?
Yep.
Bro.
Yeah.
As coming from me as like a young artist myself, bro, them guys, they got it for sure. You know what I'm saying? So how did you get into the business of music management and being like a A&R of like a record label?
So it's crazy because it's all full circle. Real talk, Skis is the reason that like Skis is the number.
So you were managing him first?
Yeah. So like
okay.
before Griselda, you know what I'm saying, was started, became like as big as they are, or even a thing. Back in like 2009, 2010, we had our crew, which was First Class Music, which was Jay Skis, Billy Esco at the time, who was Chase Tenero, Billy Esco, G5GI, who y'all know now is Camouflage Monk, and then Donnie Brasco, and then Mitch Arizona, who was on the beats and stuff. And it was like that's how I started, because it was Skis. Skis been my boy like since we was youngins, you know what I mean? Since not even high school, since middle school. He always could rap. And then when I came home from college, I was doing parties and stuff like that, and stuff. And we was always together, and Skis was just working on music, as well as Esco. And they was just working on music so much. And then we was just like, man, it was like the one project. It was two projects they started early. It was Billy Esco, who was chasing Nero at the time. It was Billy Esco and Jay Skis, was called Highly Anticipated.
Right.
And we dropped that in 2009. And pretty much, it wasn't even like, I had no idea what managing an artist was or anything like that, you know what I'm saying? I just knew how to promote. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it was, just promoting their brand, promoting the music and stuff like that. And then following that tape, we dropped Whack, which was Skis' like first solo mixtape, and it did well numbers around the city. Excuse me. that's pretty much how it was, how I got started in it then. And this was like 2010. And, you know, we worked together like for a long time, for probably say about 3-4 years. And I then after that, Skeez took a break from music. He had his daughter, I had my daughter.
Right.
We kind of fell back. We was working jobs and stuff like that. He was working at Villa. I was working for the Buffalo Sewer Authority and things. And so, you know, we had other things to focus on. You know, we was fathers.
Life hit.
We became right. Life hit. You know what I mean? So we became fathers and stuff like that. So we had to do what we had to do, and kind of lost track of the dream or the main goal. But everything happened for a reason. You know, so it was like I want to say it was like a couple years. That's when I started dabbling into clothing, and I started the Gwaji brand. With my bro Jason Turley and Trey, you know, and we was moving that, and that's when I kind of got more focused on that. And I still was doing like helping promote parties, but I wasn't really doing too much of my own. I was just partnering with with another one of my brothers, Jason Moore, and we was just, you know, kind of putting things together and stuff like that, doing events and everything. I've been doing parties and events for about 15 years now, so that was like a kind of what I would lean on just to stay relevant and stay in the mix, stay
popping. So when you're talking about managing Skeez, you managing Conway, you're saying like you started this back in 2010 or?
No, so it was like I wouldn't even say I was managing Skeez in 2010. I just was assisting. You know what I'm saying? Like I was helping him out because, like I said, I didn't know what it was to be a manager, you know what I'm saying, or learn it. I'm still learning it to this day, you know what I mean? But it was like I was just helping him out, whatever I could, promoting it, you know what I'm saying, like getting ideas, just trying to shop his records, doing like little showcases. We was driving in different cities doing showcases. They'd say like, oh, Atlantic or Def Jam A&R was there. You gotta be careful with them showcases too. They hit you with the hoopty. You know what I'm saying?
Those showcases, like, bro.
Be there. It's not. They're not all bad though. They're not all bad. You just gotta be.
It's
a
gamble.
It's a gamble. You gotta kind of look into it before you get to spending too much, because we had to pay for those. Right. You know what I'm saying, to be on those. We had to pay our own money to be on those, and you know, for the travel and stuff like that, just to get 2 songs off, and then they tell you, oh yeah, it was dope, and then nothing else. You know what I'm saying? From it, it's like, dang. So you know, yeah, you know, just doing that. That was what I can say. Like really becoming an official manager was 2021 for real.
So you're going through all of this. How is the journey? Because like a lot of people are just focused on the now. They seeing the diamonds, they seeing the chains, they seeing the success, they seeing y'all everywhere. But like, how is the journey to get to there, to build up to it?
Man, everything is a part of the journey. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. The journey is I think the journey is like your life. You know, I had no idea that this is where I would be. I mean, if you would have asked me 4 years ago what I was doing, I was going to tell you I was going to have the biggest clothing brand. Right. That's what I was focused on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy how things change. But this is something that I always did love, though. I always loved hip hop, always loved music, always loved to, you know, help people. I can't rap, you know what I'm saying? But I can hype you up. I can tell people like, yo, this is who y'all need to be listening to. So now being in that position is dope. Like the journey was cool. It's crazy because the journey is beautiful because you go through a struggle in it. You know what I'm saying? And you learn it. And it's stuff like that. And then sometimes you might be like, man, I don't think this is going to work. I don't know when this is going to happen. It's really about just keeping your chin up and just trying to keep pushing through it. You know, that's really like how deep it is, you know, just making sure everything is going and flowing and stuff, man. It's dope, like, but it's the main part of it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, like everybody see everything now and stuff like that. So we still got a million more miles to go, bro. A million more miles.
You're just getting started.
I tell people now, like when they talking about, they seeing like everything, like outside of people from Buffalo that knew me and stuff like that, man. A lot of people, like, you know, that's hype because they know they seen everything else that we was doing before and they happy. But it's like, man, shoot, even right now, like, we in the building. We in the building.
Nah,
but
for
we
sure.
still on the first floor. You know what I'm saying? We in the building and we passed the lobby. You know what I'm saying? But we still on the first floor. And we got the option. You got an elevator right here. You got the steps right here. We already been taking the steps.
Man, that's crazy.
What are some of the
saying?
struggles that you went
Right.
through? It's like, I mean, some of the things you really had to like learn, and some things you had to work on. Like, what does some of that struggle consist of in terms of management?
Prioritizing things, time management and stuff like that. Time management is crazy. I'm telling you, it is. You might think that you know like what you, but man, like I've been learning that crazy. Even just this year alone, I've learned so much. Like time management is so important. It is. Like just being ahead of schedule, trying to make sure you on time and being and punctual with things. You could be anywhere. Like say you got you here, you in Los Angeles and you got to fly to New York City for a show or something like that. And you thinking like, okay, I know how this airport is and whatnot, and I'm ahead of time. Like, or maybe not. Maybe you before that, you have to pencil in your time from your travel from wherever you at, whether it's a venue or a studio, crib, whatever, to that airport. You got to pencil in that time and factor in another 30 for traffic because you never know what's gonna happen.
Right, you got to prepare.
Like that. You don't want to miss out. Time. That's it. Time management, but mainly more than anything, has been prioritizing. That's the part that I really had to learn because, it's so much in life that happens that you have in your hands that happens to you and stuff like that that you have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. So for me, it was just like prioritizing. Like, okay, when I'm up, what I gotta do. I gotta check in with this first. Let me check off all these boxes first before I do that. Right. Did I work out today? All right, I need to hit the gym because I need to be, you know what I'm saying, making sure I'm staying on top of everything, staying on top of my game and whatnot. It's a bunch of things, that's just like an example. That's not like how my day always is, you know what I'm saying? Like first thing in the morning,
So what about your strongest attributes you think you like as a manager? Like, what do you think that you have been like strong, that special skill that you have like developed over the years?
I don't even think it's been something that I developed. I think the strongest attribute for me, myself, is just being myself. And I didn't notice that till people would just tell me, like, yo, you perfect for it because you could just talk to people. And, and like people take a liking to you. That's what they will always tell me and stuff like that. So it was kind of easier for me to get deals done because I ain't really coming through like, coming hard, coming strong. I mean, kick it. Like, yeah, man, well, okay, we can't work. So let's figure this out. Like, let's do it this way. Can we do this way? How we do it? If we can't, all right, well, cool. You know what I'm saying? It's no hard feelings, no love lost.
Right.
Gotcha.
So, okay, so going back a little bit, right? You were talking about like, you said earlier, like you're in the building, but like you're in the lobby. Right. How do you stay, like, how do you keep that mindset? Because like to anybody else, bro, growing up, being here right now, like for people who don't know, like we in Buffalo right now, like y'all at the top of the mountain. So you talking about you just entering the lobby. That's crazy to even.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because, man, because I think it's a part of the journey as well. It's a part of the work that we do on the daily because, from on the outside looking in, being from Buffalo, we don't get much here.
Right.
These
people
guys
don't
are
get
first
laid.
artists to really make it big and really put on. I mean, outside of Rick James, and so they're the first to really take it all the way there.
Yeah, they on a different level.
But even still, they not even on the level of a Kanye, you know what I'm saying? Or even like a Future or somebody like that. You know what I mean? So it's still work to do. You gotta still keep climbing. I'm not saying that. I'm saying Griselda, my guys, they're probably on, I'm gonna say probably like the 10th floor now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So I'm still, but me myself personally, moving with Skis and stuff like that, and me myself, I want to say Skis as well, and the other artists like under us, like under Drumwork, even under Black Soprano Family, like, you know what I'm saying, like we just now scratching the surface. We in the lobby. We passed the lobby. We made it past the lobby. You know what I'm saying? Right. But we at the steps. So now we walking. We on. I'm not even gonna say we we're on the stairway right now. We're in the staircase right now, and we just climbing.
So you taught they're your clients, right? Or you're like more partners?
Yeah.
Right.
More say partners. You know, I don't really get too deep into it, like, you know what I'm saying, because everybody that's with us is all family. Even before that, you know what I mean. Like it was all love. Like I said, Skeez is my brother. You know, not my blood brother, but I've been with Skeez since he was 10 and I was 11. You know what I mean?
So what's that partnership like? Like, basically, like, what is it like? Like, has there been any struggles like with the partnership, or what has been the best part about like just being partners?
No, I mean, you know, not really struggles because we know each other, because I know him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I understand him. Now for Khan, it wasn't really struggles. It just was time that I just had to take the time to learn him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, on a day-to-day basis. You know what I'm saying, on a day-to-day, like what he like, what he don't like, and stuff like that. How he want to move, where he see it going, where he sees himself, where he sees the label going. Where he sees even me going, you know what I'm saying? I had to learn all of that, you know. That's what it was. It wasn't really no real struggles. Like, it just was like learning experiences and stuff. Gotcha. You know, just grinding.
So like, okay, I think it's safe to say we can consider Griselda industry. You
Absolutely.
They got songs with Kanye West.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, they in there. They in there. They in the industry, bro. They definitely in there.
So what do you feel like lessons that you have taken from, you know, growing up in the trenches, doing, you know what I'm saying, growing up in the streets, and have taken that to be now you in the industry. Now it's a whole different field. It's not necessarily about survival. Now you survive, now you got to thrive now. Like what lessons do you feel like you can take from growing up here and taking it out to, you know, big LA, Hollywood, you know what I'm saying?
And if I could follow that up with Joe's question, and just a little add on, like, can you give us like just a little background on yourself as a whole? Like,
yeah, well, for myself, I was, I'm from Buffalo, New York. I was blessed to grow up with both sides, to see both sides of the fence. You know what I mean? Like, I grew up in off Jefferson, Beverly Road, Butler, and then moved to Beverly. Excuse me, off Jefferson and stuff. So, you know, that was East Side neighborhood and everything. I seen things, you know what I'm saying, in the neighborhoods that any minority, you know what I'm saying, black neighborhoods. I never dealt with it myself. I was always in the sports. I think for my parents for that, for keeping us in the sports. But my grandparents grew up in they had their houses in North Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I played Little League football at. That's where I played Little League baseball at, was North Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? So I got like the best of both sides, being able to see that and growing up with that. I think that kind of molded me to who I am today. You know, to be more understanding. You know what I'm saying, to people, just different people and whatnot. I think it's that's I mean, I growing up on both sides, of course. I went to City Honors from 5th grade until my sophomore year. I was there. Like I said, I was into sports. Basketball was my thing.
Right.
I was manager on basketball team my 8th grade year. Starting JV my 8th grade year. Freshman year, I'm on varsity and stuff like that. We won the state championship my freshman year, so I seen a lot of different things, you know.
Freshman varsity?
Yeah.
You have some skills?
You had
to be a little hooper for that.
Definitely got a little, you know what I'm saying, little writings and a little
maybe a little bit of sauce.
You know what I'm saying? A little sauce. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So, you know, playing ball in high school. But for me, you know what it was for me? Like, being at City Honors, I learned that City Honors was like college. City Honors was like college. Like,
in terms of
I
what?
can imagine.
Because it wasn't like your average high school. Like, City Honors was like, here, we're going to put this work in front of you. Do it. We ain't going to give you detention if you don't do it. You come in late, we ain't going to give you detention. You skip class, we ain't going to give you detention. We just going to fail you. We don't care. You know what I'm saying? But here's what do it. Now, it wasn't until my sophomore year, I was so focused on basketball, and plus, I'm in high school now, shorties is around. I was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready to party and all that.
I already know.
All I'm caring about for real is just what's going on at the time and playing ball. Until my sophomore year, I didn't get to play because of my grades. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just BSing, you know what I'm saying? Just not doing, and it wasn't even like, it wasn't even like the work was extra hard. I just didn't have nobody just
pushing me.
You know what I'm saying? Right, yeah, I didn't really have no. We had like tutors and stuff like that. So, I would do my homework there and stuff like that, but I still wasn't even really paying attention like that, till I got to McKinley. Is where I graduated from. I got to McKinley my junior year.
That's a big switch, brother.
Big switch, right. I was supposed to go to Hutch Tech. But I was like, no, I'm good. All my homies at McKinley. I'm going to go where my homies at. Which I love, because I will say this, McKinley plays a big role in who I am today.
Right.
It's City honors too, but McKinley plays a major role in who I am today. I think McKinley is what boosted my popularity. Because people already knew me from hooping and stuff like that, growing up hooping, and even being in the church. I'm definitely a church baby. I was one of them kids that was in church Sunday to Sunday. Yeah. Monday Bible study, Tuesday kids choir, Wednesday radio choir. You know what I'm saying? All that. I was, but like just doing all the stuff my parents had me involved in. Kind of is what brought me to where, but McKinley, I want to say that's what really boosted it, because when I got there, it was a lot of people that didn't know me, but it was a lot of people that did. So it kind of highlighted, and I was playing basketball and stuff like that. That's kind of how I started getting into the parties for real. My first party I ever threw was my 18th birthday before I was leaving for college. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even get to have the party. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even get to have the party. I was doing it at my in the old house, the house on Beverly Road. We had moved, but we still had the house. The house was pretty much empty, and I was telling everybody, yo, listen, pull up. We went to the party at the crib and everything. My father ended up finding out about the party, probably like an hour before it started. I was like, that's how crazy it got. Like, how you find out? How you find out about this? You know what I'm saying? And he pretty much shut it down. So I was just sitting out there like, dang, it was about to be crazy. Yeah. Then the next year, I went to college. Then the next year I came back and did one on my 19th birthday at an actual venue. Nice. Shout out to the Steel Drum. That was that. From there, I'm like, okay, we got something here.
All right, y'all turn up. So, okay, so you're an A&R, right?
Yeah, so that's another thing too. Like, that's another hat that I'm wearing, in which I'm learning. You know.
So, are you? People who don't know, A&R is like A&R is a talent scout, right?
It's a couple different like definitions from it. That is one though, talent scout. I haven't really tapped into that. I'm not really looking for talent for Drumwork, because we got artists already. We already got a gang of artists. But A&R's position as well is like somebody who's like helping out with the the process of the album. You know what I'm saying? Just listening to the album before and giving feedback and stuff like that, or the order the songs might go to, or even A&R is helping with the set list for the shows. Anything like that's pretty much assisted.
So since you've seen like artists get big, you've seen the bottom and then the top, the dream, whatever like that. What are some advice you would give to like a young artist? Like, what is something you would say to them that would if they stuck with that, it could bring them somewhere?
Rule number one: don't be too cool. You can't be too cool in this. One thing about this, you can't be cute, you can't be cool. You gotta be ugly. You gotta get ugly up there, because then they gonna appreciate you, and they gonna understand that you grinding, you putting your all into it. One like for example, man, by
ugly, you mean like authentic? Like, not
authentic.
trying to fake it,
Yeah, I mean, not trying to fake it, I mean, which some do, and they make it, which is,
realistically, it's entertainment.
But it's entertainment. But what people gravitate to and what they really love is the real story. If they can, if it's a story that they can really believe, and they can look at you and tell you do that. That's like I'll give you an example. Like somebody like who I just told Skeez this the other day. He hasn't watched it. I keep telling him to watch this Kanye documentary.
Yeah.
Joint. But he's like that right now because, you know, under Drumwork, people looking at it like, okay, you Conway, it's Conway artist, right?
Right.
They expected him to come in talking some grimy, talking stuff that Conway lived and been through, that stuff that he rap about. Right. Nah, Skeez, you gotta tell your story. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Skeez always has done. That's what he's always done. So he never switched his pitch. And I think that's what it really is, just staying true to yourself and making your music like for yourself. If your everyday life is chilling around, hanging with the homies, you know what I'm saying? Whatever,
rap about hanging
whatever,
with the
rap
homies.
about it. You know what I'm saying? Talk about it. If you can rap, you can put it together. If you struggling with something, I guarantee you somebody out there that can relate to you. The world's so big, I don't think it's like, don't try to grasp everybody with something, with just one little thing. You got it. I'm telling you, the world is so big that you can sell out 2,000 cap venues. You know what I'm saying? Just telling your story. And of course, you can grow to be even bigger venues. But I'm telling you, just being you and staying true to you is somebody. It's a handful, not even just somebody. It's a handful of people that live in your exact same story. That can go through the same thing. Can relate to you. You know, so that's like one of the main things is just staying true to yourself. You got to be willing to go broke for it, man. You got to be investing in yourself, investing in your craft, man. And I ain't talking about investing in, and I mean, this is an investment as well, but you know what I'm saying, your look, however your look is, but you got to invest in that studio time, take them trips. Go to, man, if they got these conferences, like, you know what I'm saying, like the real official conferences where you know the people is going to be there, like them real people is going to be there. Shoot,
Them
find your way to make
wigs.
your, you know what I mean, rub shoulders with these people, build your contacts. You know what I'm saying? And just show up. Even sometimes you gotta invest. If you got a song that's a hit, man, go to them DJs, man. Go to them DJs, man. Just throw them. Listen, I got $100 for you, bro. $100 man, you play this song for me, please, man. I'm telling you, it's gonna take it. And if the DJ really feeling it, 9 times out of 10, they gonna keep it, throw it in their mix. You know what I'm saying? And you can't really get discouraged by it too. Everybody, that's another thing too. Don't get discouraged by somebody not liking your stuff, because everybody's not gonna like your stuff. Right. Some people might like your stuff and might just be hating. But everybody's not gonna just liking it and gravitate towards you. Just keep going and just keep pushing and keep putting your stuff out and the main thing is keep working. And honestly, for artists, real talk, ain't no day off. Ain't no day off. It's something that you could be doing every single day to push your career forward. Right. It could be anything, but it's something that you could be doing. You could be, I don't know, looking up merch to go with your album. You could be working on your album, you could be shooting a video for your project, doing a photo shoot. Anything. You could just be like, okay, the album is done, the videos is shot, we got the promo running. I bet, let's go hit the streets with it. We got this festival coming up. All right, boom, let's take 10,000 flyers of this joint and just hand them out to people, and it's so much easier now, bro. You can put your albums and stuff right on QR codes, right on the flyer.
Yo, I had that idea too.
Yo, you can put your stuff right on there. So all they got to do is put their phone right there,
bro. That's so
and your whole project pull right up. We just at South by Southwest. We just did South by Southwest. And somebody that was there pulled up on me. And it was like, yo, gave me his comment, man. You can listen to the album right there. Got the link to everything from Tidal to Apple Music to whatever. I'm like, man, you know what you doing. You know what you doing, King. And I listened to it. And it was dope. You know what I'm saying? It was dope.
I had that idea literally because I'm in the process of dropping a project and stuff like that. So I had that idea of just going around with the QR code, scanning with your phone and stuff like that. So that's raw. That
once you get
repeated that.
Yeah, once you get your QR code made, bro, man, shoot, I'll be hitting up wherever you get anything printed at, and just putting your album artwork or cover or whatever, and then boom, this is where you can get it at right here.
So
boom, everything's digital now. It's 2022. You know what I'm saying?
So I got a question. You know, this it may be a little deep, but within these like recent years, we've been seeing a lot of rappers in the rap game die from gun violence, which is something that just plagued our community for years. So what would be your advice to those people who are getting into the rap game or already in the rap game? How do you encourage their safety? Because you don't want them taken from this world so soon.
Absolutely. First and foremost, don't think it. Listen, all that. Yeah, walk around, got my jewels on, no security and all that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Make sure you got your security.
Yep.
Invest. Now you at that point, you ain't even investing in your career. You investing in your life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You investing in your safety. So, man, I would be trying to make sure I got security with me at all times. Don't really move around too much. It ain't all that flossing and stuff like that. That's cool for the videos. Cool for your shows and all that stuff like that. But on the everyday, on the day-to-day,
Right. Real life.
can't be out here too crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you keep it subtle. You can't be out here too crazy because they looking at you. A lot of times, they might not be trying to come kill you. They ain't trying to come kill you for nothing else. They just trying to rob you.
Right.
They trying to come. You know, there's dudes in the streets every day hungry. And they see that. They looking at you. You got, you know what I'm saying, 100,000 worth of jewels on. They like, oh yeah, this here we go. This could be my startup. It could be another rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my startup to get mine.
It could be anybody, bro.
You know what I'm saying? It's just it pretty much just staying safe and just keeping people around you that's like minded.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You might have them homies that's your dog that you grow up with from day one. You know what I'm saying? And you know, y'all both could have been in the streets.
Right.
But you making that transition out of there. If he ain't trying to make that transition with you, love him to death, but love him from a distance, because man, that's what it is. You got to keep the people around you that's like minded, that's trying to get to that same goal.
You ever ran into some craziness when you were traveling with the artists and whatnot?
Nah, we ain't had no issues because we move militant. We move militant. Like, if we ain't got we don't go out like that. Like, we don't go out to the clubs. You know what I'm saying? Like, after our shows and stuff like that, unless they paying for
Like
a
a booking.
walkthrough or stuff like that. They booking for after party. We don't go at all. Like, we good. Like, me myself, I've been throwing parties 15 years. I am good on just going to the club. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I've seen it. Like, so I ain't missing nothing.
So you don't have any crazy like tour stories, nothing like that you could give us?
Yo, our tour, to be honest with you, our tour starts back up this Friday. We going to Europe. We do Europe Friday. We going to Amsterdam first.
Y'all touring for the new Conway album, right?
Well, it's a part of the album, but it's just part two, a second leg of the Love Will Get You Killed tour that we just did in the fall. Right. It's just the European side. We're doing Europe and Canada.
For sure.
And then following that, which we just dropped today, is the Griselda tour. Griselda as a whole, West Side, Benny and Con. That'll be starting in May 10th. But you know, like touring, like our tour, like real talk. One thing about Drumwork, man, we move like soldiers. Like, we was moving like soldiers on ours. Like, and the grind so real. Like, this was my first tour ever.
Right.
And going into this in my head, I'm thinking like, yeah, we gonna be going out, you know what I'm saying, after parties, groupies, all that. Nah, negative. And I learned it, and I appreciate it so much more though, because you don't realize how like it's a grind, and you know, it's every day the same thing. You get tired, you know what I'm saying? So staying out late trying to go to the clubs, I already know how to be like, man, listen. Some days you might have a show here. You got a show the next day. You got to fly. You got to drive. Might be a 6-hour drive. Some shows, right after we was done with the show, we hit the road. For real. Like, immediately after. Like, you know, we out. Hit the road. Just we could be in the next city in enough time to just chill, get a nap in, and just get energized before the show. Because you got to still put on that same show every night, if not better.
Right.
You know, so it was with us, it was more so like, shoot, I could give you our day-to-day. On a tour, it was, shoot, you got to be at the venue at 3:00 for load-in, for merch and stuff. Sound check at 5, meet and greet at 6. You know what I'm saying? The show started at 7. I was the host of the tour, so you know I'm pretty much there.
Really hands-on with it.
So we hosted. I'm hosting the shows, bringing the artists out and stuff, and then between that, I'm going in the back. You know what I'm saying, with Khan before his set, going over his set, like, okay, we gonna do these joints. Okay, who you got pulling up tonight? Okay, we can do this, add that in and stuff like that. And then right after that, once the show is over, go to the green room, get you some wings, a salad, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then we either go into the hotel or we hitting the road because we got to do it again the next day.
Man, that's
that kind of blew my mind a little bit because my image is like, you know, like. I would think like parties and like
I mean,
you got money and enjoying.
Don't get it twisted. I'm sure it's a gang of artists who do.
Yeah,
I'm just saying on our end, on our side of it, it's a gang. It's a gang of artists who like put you like this. Like artists like Lil Baby, Lil Durk, Gunna, any of them, you know what I'm saying? They got club records. They got club hits, club records.
Right.
You're not really too much spinning Conway music in the club like that. You know what I'm saying? His music is like real. You know what I'm saying? It's not like.
I mean, I do feel like though he has some songs.
No, he do.
that should have went to there though.
He do.
KD.
He even got more. He even got more in that's gonna come out. That's going, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Take it there, but you know, we not really getting booked for clubs too much like that because when you go into them spots, this ain't the 90s. You know what I'm saying? They want to hear the traps and stuff like that and all that. The you know, the new bop, the new wave, the drill and stuff like that. Like things like that. Like if somebody like Fabio Foreign going on tour, I guarantee you he getting booked for after party every night. Because it's just for him to come do 3 songs that he just did at his show. You know what I'm saying? So it's I think that's kind of how it was for us.
How is it not conforming? Like being a part of like a group of like artists who don't conform to like the newest sound because like it's so pushed to do that. Like it's so pushed to rap on a drill beat, hop on the Detroit beat, hop on these type of sounds. Griselda never really did that. You know what I'm saying?
It's better. It's more refreshing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I feel. That's really how I feel about God Don't Make Mistakes. Like that joint was like a breath of fresh air. I was like, man,
right.
This was an album. This album give me that feel like how Forest Hills Drive was. You ain't had them club joints on there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't even like our Kendrick albums, you know what I'm saying? Like To Pimp a Butterfly, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like them joints ain't have no real club. They ain't had no club records on there. They had real songs that you would listen to on the daily. You can put that joint on, you listen to that in the gym. You listen to that at work. You listen to that, you know what I'm saying? As opposed to some of them songs is just one-sided. That's only for the club. You know what I mean? Only for the party and stuff like that. So that's why I love it. I love it because it's a whole different sound.
Right.
When you think about it, most people in the game now they sound the same.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Yeah.
Real talk. You know what I mean? There's no slight of shade to them. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Do what you got to do, but most of them sound the same. It's a whole new wave to it. And you know what's crazy? The people in the industry that's higher in the industry or been in the industry longer is starting to form and they reaching back for Griselda's style. You know what I'm saying? They tapping in for Alchemist beats, for Derringer beats. And stuff like that. You hear on the album. I don't know if you hear a couple albums. You hear,
bro. They got.
You hearing that on the couple?
They got industry dudes on that type of sound. You know what I'm saying? Just
exactly.
the grimy East Side Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? They got Russ on that type of sound.
They on boom bap, right? They trying to rap now. Right. They want to rap. They don't want to go in there and just be like make goofy raps or just say anything. They want to spit. Not the younger artists, not so much the younger artists, but the more artists that's kind of like older in age. You know what I'm saying? They just want to do that. And that's why everybody else is reaching out for them to be on their albums. Rick Ross, you know what I mean, got Benny on his album. 2 Chainz, Lil Wayne. They on Kanye. You know what I'm saying? You on Donna. Got songs with Hove. Con got a song with Hove.
Benny got a song with Drake that ain't out yet.
With Drake, yeah.
You heard it?
Drake.
Did you hear it?
I heard it. That ain't the only one. They got a couple.
They got a couple?
Yeah, they got a couple.
Them joints go crazy?
Yeah, them joints fire.
That's what's up.
But it's joints like you know what I'm saying? Like even Khan got songs like that ain't out yet. That with people you gonna be like, what? You know what I'm saying?
Can we get a couple?
Yeah.
One name. One that we don't know.
One name?
One that we don't know that got some going with Griselda. Just one name.
A song. A legend. Mary.
Something. Mary.
Yeah.
I believe it because you're not gonna just give her that.
But that didn't happen.
You know what I'm saying?
Even with that
$100,000.
That had nothing to do. That was the first time he met Mary. I was right there. I was right there. We was there for it was DMX listening. They on that album, the lead single on DMX album.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The lead single. You know what I'm saying?
DMX been tapped into Buffalo though.
Right, of course. But yeah, that wasn't like that though. You know what I'm saying? Like I was there. It was really. It took me. He took me when he did it. I ain't gonna lie. Like he was in there, and Swizzy. That was the second time. That was the second joint for the album. We was at the first listening, and then they Swizz called us back. I'm like, yo, pull back up. You know what I mean? If y'all in the city, pull back up. You know what I mean? And we in there chilling, and Mary like told Swizz like, yo, like I like his chain, like, you know what I'm saying? I like his chain. Swizz came up to Khan and was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Mary, she like the chain. Like, man, how much for it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a homie go get the bag right now. I mean, bring the bread up and all that. He like Mary, I'm saying, kid you not, stay right there. He like, Mary one? She like the chain. Mary? He like, yeah.
Just took it off and gave it to her.
Just gave it to her. You know what I'm saying? Like,
a whole chain.
That's just yeah. You know what I mean? And but I didn't even think like nothing. It was fire, absolutely. But I didn't think like, yo, you crazy for doing that, because in my head, like, yo, this is Mary J, bro. Right. Well, this is the queen. This is the queen right here. This is Mary J. She said you wanted to join. You know what I mean? But then she reached out. It wasn't like, yo, I need a favor later after this. It wasn't none of that. Yeah. She reached out like, yo, I want him on this joint. She was listening. She wasn't even tapped into his music at the time. After that, now you got Mary listening to your music. Wow. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Man, this is
that's nuts.
Yeah, it's crazy. It was definitely crazy. Even like with the whole like with the album, like we're having Jill Scott on the joint. You know what I mean? Jill Scott rapping. You got Jill Scott rapping on the track. Kanye asked her to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like
their style is just like infectious.
Right, exactly.
Like,
they love them. And I'm telling you, that's one thing I see too, like on a daily, when we out everywhere with the guys and stuff like that, man, when people see them, man, what? You would think like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's artists, it's huge artists, bro. But people see them, they get them the most respect. They get them the most respect. And I think it's just because of how real they are and the fact that they did it their way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As opposed to, just trying to switch up the style and stuff like that.
All right.
But the thing about them is these dudes are so, especially Khan, these dudes are so versatile. Right. They could do that. We just did a whole mixtape. We just did the Greetings Earthlings mixtape where Conway's rapping off all industry beats. He went off the Devil in a New Dress, the My Life J. Cole joint, went off the Baby Keem and Kendrick. He went off the Big Sean, Deliverance, the Seeing Green, Nicki and Wayne joint. He went off all them joints. Yeah, it's on Dat Piff, exclusively on Dat Piff. Yeah, I'm hosting that joint. You know what I'm saying? So that was the first mixtape I never even thought that would happen. I never even thought that would happen. I came back. Right. We had already had plans on doing the mixtape, and we was talking about it. And like that's a project I A&R. You know what I'm saying? Like a couple of the beats, we was just sitting in the lab, and he was like, "Damn, what beats we gonna do?" And you know what I'm saying? We started thinking of the beats. First beat in my head, I was like, "Yo, you gotta do Jail. You gotta do the Kanye Jail beat." Something about that beat is so simple, but it take me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that. I like that beat for sure.
Yeah, but yeah, no, y'all gotta listen to the mixtape. Right. Gotta listen to the mixtape.
Yeah, I definitely got
exclusively on that Piff. It's taking it back to the mixtape days. You know, like you have to get it on that Piff. You can't it's a mixtape. It's free music.
Right.
You can't get that on Tidal, Apple Music, Spotify, none of that because those they don't own those productions. Right, they don't own the beats. You know what I'm saying? So it's free. It's really just free. It's free music, and at the same time, it was promo for the album. Right. And stuff like that. So, but you could still play them songs. DJs could play them in their mixes and mix shows. You ain't getting no real rate. You ain't getting no radio spins on it. But if a DJ's on the radio playing it as a mix, in a mix, they can play it. You can perform them songs on your show.
That reminds me of I don't know if you know Montana 300.
Yeah.
I felt like that they're very similar. I feel like him and you should get on that, bro. Him and Khan. Him and Khan need a joint.
A joint together, huh?
For sure.
See what's up.
But so what can we expect coming from Drumwork Music Group?
You can expect the illest takeover you have ever seen in your life. Put your 3D glasses on, because we coming straight at you. Nah, real talk. Like, man, shoot, this Friday, Drumwork right now. Jay Ski's got the Revolver Ocelot tape that he did on tour, but it's only that joint is exclusively out on Audio Mac. You can only get it on Audio Mac. Yeah. Shots got his album out right now. He got a project out right now called Free Rolls. Love, she's working on her self love. Self love 2 is on the way.
Right.
Obviously, God Don't Make Mistakes is out. Greetings Earthlings is out. Jay Ski's got the Iroquois Pliskin EP dropping this Friday. It's dropping this Friday on all DSPs.
Yeah, I definitely
Against the
seen
Grain
it.
video featuring Conway and Flea Lord is out. Abolish Uncertainties will be out later on throughout the year. Conway got Jay Ski's got a project with Big Ghost that'll be out later in the year.
Okay.
Later in the year. What else we got? Drumwork compilation.
Drumwork compilation?
Yeah, Drumwork compilation album that'll be out this year. And that's just this year. This year, obviously touring gonna be crazy. Also, big festival. Y'all getting exclusive right now. Y'all getting exclusive right now.
Oh, yeah.
Big festival coming to the town. You know what I'm saying?
Coming to the town?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Big
yeah.
festival coming to the town
You know what?
in August.
Man,
You know what
that's
I'm
going to
saying?
be crazy.
It's going down. It's going down major.
Is we going to have some Buffalo artists performing at that?
Absolutely. It's going to be, it's Conway's festival. It's
Okay.
Conway's festival. So, you know, it's going, trust. It'll be out soon. It'll be out sooner than later.
But that's going to go too crazy.
But, you know, like that, we got Abolish Uncertainties, like I said, Jay Ski's album is his first official album on Drumwork. Like these other projects not under Drumwork. Those are just his projects that he's been working on, like his official Drumwork album.
Right.
Will be out. Death of Deuce, Love official Drumwork album will be out later on in the year. Summers, I'm telling you, it's gonna be
crazy.
nonstop. And then we go back on tour. Well, we start the tour Friday. We got Amsterdam, Paris, Oslo, Norway, Antwerp, Belgium, London, and Copenhagen, Denmark. And we come home, and then we got Coachella. We do both Sundays on Coachella.
Man.
But that's Griselda. That's Griselda as a whole. And then 2 days after that, we do a Canadian tour where we start in Vancouver, and we end that in Montreal. Is the last 10 cities in the whole, country of Canada.
Right.
Which is gonna be crazy. And then immediately following that, the Griselda tour starts in Chicago. And so, we're gonna be touring from Friday, March 25th to June 3rd. For real. So, but in the middle of that, still working. Like us, we take the lab with us. We take the lab with us, take the studio with us, lab, mics, all that.
I was definitely gonna ask you about that, like
Absolutely, yeah.
the sessions and stuff like that.
Yeah, like some cities when we in, like we linking with producers and stuff like that, we go to their studios and stuff like that, and get the real studio vibe. But a lot of the recording we do while we on the grind, while we on the road.
Right.
Like I know we recorded joints. We recorded a couple, probably a 6-song EP already when we was out in LA for Rolling Loud. Just within 3-4 days. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
what's
boys,
up.
they cooking nonstop. That's the thing. Like that's what I'm saying. Like back to what I said earlier. Like
Never stop working.
there is no day off. Right. People like, yo, yeah, you traveling everywhere. Like da 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 da. But I am. But it's work. It is work. I've been blessed. I've been blessed to. This is my job.
Right.
This is what I love. I'm doing what I really love. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing things and being places I ain't never been, never even would have thought I would have been.
Right.
And stuff like that. But that's a blessing. That's the blessing. That's the beauty of it. But it still knows it's nonstop. It's still you're still grinding. Still grinding every day. Every day. There's really no days off.
For sure, man.
Really appreciate your vibes and just the knowledge you've been dropping on us. So we want to thank you for that. But before we end the podcast, we do like to put all our guests through the hot seat. So we're just going to ask you a series of questions. You just got to give us an answer for it, all right?
I bet.
Okay, so question. Pizza or wings?
Wings.
Wing.
Hold on, where the wings coming from?
Oh, see, now that's the second
Where
part.
the wings coming from? And where the pizza coming from?
I mean, okay, favorite wing spot in Buffalo?
Favorite wing spot? I'm going to keep it a buck. this is tough. I'm gonna put a spin on it for you.
All right.
I'm gonna give you my top 5 wings. Period from Buffalo, because I don't really have like my favorite spot.
Right, because like somebody
if I say my favorite spot, I'm gonna say Wing Kings. Right. I'm gonna say Wing Kings is my favorite spot.
Certain flavors for certain. You know,
number one wing in the town for me is Kelly's Corner, garlic parm.
Kelly's Corner
with the barbecue sauce on the side. You dip it in the barbecue, then the blue cheese. Crazy. Right, tell me, take you. Listen, one day during the pandemic,
to be honest, that doesn't sound too crazy.
Yo, I'm telling you, it's fully. It's gonna take you. It's fully.
I mean, people like pineapple on the pizza, so honestly, that doesn't really.
Barbecue sauce and then the blue cheese on top.
Take you, bro. Trust me. During the pandemic, I was I was ordering takeout almost every day. You know what I'm saying? And Kelly, I live on Virgil. Kelly's was right there. Right. So I was like, I would walk over there. I would just walk like, man, shoot. One day I was just like, man, let me get some barbecue sauce with this. You know what I'm saying? I drive this up, man, off the meds. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So I'm like,
that medical.
Let me get some barbecue sauce with it. And I was like, whoo! And it took me. So I'm gonna go Kelly's Corner, garlic parm, number 1. Wing Kings, honey Cajun, number 2. Matter of fact, dang, I take that back. Kelly's Corner is number 2. Wing Kings, honey Cajun is number 3. Number 1 is Wing Nuts. I don't know if y'all had Wing Nuts yet.
I don't think I had that before.
Wing Nuts is crazy. Dang. Wing Nuts is crazy. It's like it's a spot. It used to be a bar on Niagara Falls Boulevard called Shenanigans. Shout out to my man Eddie, man. He used to work at that joint, and they was called Wing Nuts. Right. I'm like, what is it? And Wing Nuts is just the name of the sauce. It's a house sauce that they make. You go in there. But now they had Knights of Columbus on Kenmore. You can order online, all that stuff. You can just go up in there. I'm telling you. So you go in there, you order you some Wing Nuts mild. It's just some kind of sauce, the special sauce that they use, bro. Yo, I'm telling you.
Will it change your life?
Take you. It's gonna take you. So after that, those are my 3. We got Wing Nuts, Kelly's Corner, garlic parm. What was I saying? Wing Kings, honey Cajun. Lenova's barbecue. That's just a legendary staple in the town. Lenova's barbecue off the, you know what I mean, off the pit. And then I'm gonna go DBGB smoked barbecue. All right. Because I love smoked wings too. And those is legendary.
I do love me some smoked wings. They are.
You know they're probably the best. Now that's my wings. My pizza. My pizza. Imperial. I gotta go Imperial number 1. Imperial is fire. Imperial is fire. I hate that it's in South Buffalo. I gotta take that drive. But it's whenever I am in South Buffalo, I know what I'm eating. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to Imperial today. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go Imperial. I'm gonna go Franco's.
Franco's.
That's the best.
I'm gonna go Bocce's.
Oh yeah, Bocce's.
Bro, you don't want Franco's, bro. I mean, you might.
No, what? Yeah,
I work there. I work there, so I don't know that too.
You work there. You tired of it? That's all it is. Well, Franco's is legendary, and Franco's hands down got the best chocolate chip cookies in the world. Them cookies at Franco's is the best ever.
They do.
Yo, I do like them cookies.
Yeah, them cookies are.
Cookies is $2, and they worth every penny.
They better than Insomnia's?
What? Crushing Insomnia, bro. Insomnia is good, but
Insomnia is like it's overhyped, bro.
It is. They just good cookies.
It's just regular.
Listen, them joints from Imperial. I mean, not Imperial, from Franco's. Whoo, you ain't ever had them before?
I probably had them once.
Nah, you ain't had them joints.
Ain't
no way you sit here to the
cookies do it for sure.
I mean, I had tons of cookies in my life.
Nah, trust me, I have too. I'm the cookie monster, bro. I'm trying to tell you, them is the best cookies.
They are
crazy.
good.
All right, next time I go to Franco, I'm gonna buy a cookie. I'm gonna pay attention to that taste.
Absolutely.
Bro, every time I leave, I grab one, bro.
Yo, bro, what? I'm telling you, it's the times I've ran up in Franco's late night. Which Franco's you work at?
Kenmore.
Yeah, that's my Franco's. That's my Franco's. That's where I go. Right to that one. Right to that old Franco's over there. I'm getting that. I'm like, man, you should definitely let me get 2 of these. Let me get 2. I can't even get one. Do yourself a disservice. 2 is the minimum. I remember one time I had a Super Bowl party, bro. I had a Super Bowl party. Not even Super Bowl. It's like playoff party for the Bills. And I ordered Franco's, and it's crazy. I went all out. Ordered Franco's, Wing Kings, and Wing Nuts. It went crazy. What?
He's hungry.
I forgot I had people over. You know what I'm saying? I had mad people. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it wasn't just me. Come on, bro. It wasn't just me. But I would say I had 25 cookies.
Dang. Yo.
25 of them. I spent $50 on cookies.
Yeah.
Yo.
Fire.
That's what happened when you making that that industry money, bro. You just
Right.
start buying whatever.
This is before that. This is before that. I was working at the Buffalo Sewer Authority at the time. No, this
Yeah.
is before that. It was before that.
So you been like that.
Nah.
Well, that's
I just like to
what's
show
up.
people a good time. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
good.
And if it's something I love, I want you to love it too.
All right.
I ain't mean to, shake you off the hot seat.
Oh,
You know what I'm
no,
saying?
you good.
But ain't no seat too hot for me. What's next?
All right. Hey, you know, I could. We might have to end it with this, but what is like the best advice you ever received in life?
Man. Sounds of Blackness.
Explain that.
They didn't tell me this. They didn't tell me this. No, this is the people who told me this. They didn't tell me this personally. They didn't tell me this personally. They said this to the world because they put it on wax and they put it out in music back in the 90s. I think the song came out. And the best advice was, as long as you keep your head to the sky, you can win. And I took that, and then no matter what, if I'm discouraged or anything, you know what I'm saying, just keep your head up and keep moving, keep going. No matter what, no matter how hard reality seems, hold on to your dreams. That's one of my favorite songs. Real talk, like. I don't know if y'all ever heard it. Y'all probably did. I know your parents done played it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's an older song, but man, I'm telling you, you listen to that song when you wake up in the morning, man. I'm telling you, you gonna have a great day. Ain't nothing gonna be able to stop you.
All right.
Shoot for the stars.
And live by it. You know, of course, people always got advice, has given advice and quotables. That's the first thing that come to my head. You asked me that question. Word, and that's not somebody sitting in front of me told me. That's something to me just listening to music. I love music. It's a lot of advice and gems in the music you listen to. So think of that too. Just, you know, when you listen to that. I know sometimes you might be listening to Young Boy, you know what I'm saying? He might be wilding.
Man.
You know what I mean? Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't get too deep into it. You know what I'm saying? Remember, it's entertainment.
Yeah,
It's entertainment. But it's knowledge too. It's gems in the music. It's hidden gems.
It's depending on what you're listening to, but I think that's all we have for today, man. Breaking barriers.
Breaking barriers, baby.
OJ Barker.
OJ Barker. Think OJ. Follow me on the gram. Think.OJ. Follow Drumwork Music. Follow, Who is Conway, Jay Skis, Love the Genius, Shots Almighty. Man. All our artists, follow everybody. Follow HHK Buffalo, Hip Hop Karaoke. That's my other baby.
For sure.
That's my baby right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, follow
Follow
all
DJ
that.
T.
Links in description, man. And we'll see y'all next time.
Peace. Foes up for Weeze, baby.